Alrighty guys, we are set up here under the 12987. Super cool car, killer color, killer options. Has some miles, and Carfax is less than perfect. But for .2, last year the .2, with some cool options, some really cool options, I feel like this will be a winner for somebody. Alright, so what we're doing is we're going to do the oil change, and we're going to do it together, and we're going to do it on camera. Then we're going to take the oil filter over, and we're going to cut it open together. Reason I do this, first of all, it's nice to see what the oil looks like coming out. It's nice to see just a little reassurance we don't have any junk floating around getting caught in the oil filter. And lastly, maybe there's somebody out there, well, I know I've had people tell me, maybe even people aren't bidding, they find me on YouTube, you do not need a rocket science degree to work on these cars. So that oil was changed. Whoa, that is making a mess. Crap. Man, it got everywhere. That's unfortunate. So it was changed like yesterday. It is crystal clear. Oh well, it's all good. Do it again. I made a huge mess. I was running the car earlier, so the oil was thin. Alright, I'll be right back. When I say the oil was thin, I don't mean it was necessarily thin, because like most of y'all know, but maybe some of y'all don't, when oil heats up, it gets a little thinner. And what I'm currently doing is trying to get the oil spots off my driveway. Some brake clean. That went everywhere. So, yes, you can do oil changes at home. Sometimes you inadvertently make a mess. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. It's not soaking yet. So anyway, you do not need a rocket science degree to work on these cars. Even the .2s, the 996s and 986s, they're even easier. 987s get a little bit more complicated, but not too much. But I hear these guys go in, they get an oil change, they pay like $200 or $300. I mean, to me, that is like freaking crazy. You get mobile 040 from Walmart, yeah, believe it or not, for like, I think I pay under $40, I think it's like $35 for two 10-quart jugs. Any selection of oil filter, you can go OE, you can go aftermarket equivalent. You know, you pay what, 10-15 bucks for an oil filter. And I do this and talk while I'm doing it, so if I was just doing it, it'd be quicker. Man, I made a mess. That was crazy. Alright, we're gonna let that drain. See where the camera's shooting. Let's go get the drain plug gasket. I will be right back. .2s do take a slightly larger this is slightly larger. That's the old one. It's slightly larger than the 986 and 996s. Not that anybody other than me is really cross working on them. And I always tell the story, the first one of these I didn't realize, and we're talking like, what, 5, 6, 7 years ago? I had no idea they held almost, what, I think 8 point something, 8.5 quarts. And I just had a little Dinko drain pan. Man, you want to talk about making a mess. I was sitting there watching it fill up, and I didn't have another one. Oh man, I probably dumped, so I had to go dump it. I don't know, I probably dumped 2 or 3 quarts of oil in my driveway. We also have a new oil pressure or oil level sensor, so that's good to see. Make sure we got it on there tight. Yep. So that's new. It's good to see. And it's OE. It's also good to see. Alright. So here's the fun part on the .2s. Well, I say fun. It's not really fun. They put the oil filter. So first of all, Boxers are a little bit more of a pain than the 911s because they're mid-engine and not rear engine. Let me make sure I got it where we can see everything. So what that means is you got to crawl under a little further on the Boxers than the 911s. Okay. So, oh man, I'm getting too old for this. All right. The filter is up here, which is not exactly the most convenient spot. So what you have to do is get the wrench situated on there. All right. Get your orient your drain pad as best you can. Get an extension. Oh crap! Sorry. Boop. All right. So we're working up here. Okay. Get an extension. By the way, always use jack stands. Always use jack stands. So you get your extension. God damn it. Wasn't over tightened. That's always a good sign. So to get it loose, and then you kind of have to. It's easier if you can get the wrench, the socket off, or wrench, or whatever you want to call it. Because it gets a little tight with the cross member. Sometimes it's stuck on there, so you kind of have to just finagle it. And you do kind of make a mess, but there's no way around it, unfortunately. All right, this one is cooperating more than most do. Give it a little tug. All right, there we go. Yeah, not exactly the most, well, I would say not the best design, but who am I to judge? They know what they're doing. Alright, let me go grab my little screwdriver and get the O-ring off. I will say, beyond a doubt, the easiest one of these to do a regular oil change on is a 996, hands down. But then other things are a lot easier on the mid-engines because you have engine access. So you could run that debate either way. So normally oil's a little warmer than I like, just for touch, just personal preference. But not that that really has anything to do with anything. Just look it up a little bit. Okay, so then you reach up there and you get your filter on. Then if you can get the socket off, get a little tappy tap. That's not wanting to come out. Let's see if we can get it on there. No, I gotta get the socket off. I'm going to get the socket off. Ooh, there we go. Little tappy tap. We're all set. Okay, so then to put it back on, socket off, sleeve or canister, or whatever you want to call it, on. Go by hand until you hear the gasket start grab. Then you put the wrench back on it. And tighten it up. And it's really hard to see, but you tighten, you can tell when it touches. And then give it a little, okay, you don't want to over tighten, because you want the next guy to be able to get it off. You wail on it too much, you make his life hell, and he'll be cursing you, unless you are the next guy, and you'll be cursing yourself. Alright, all done here. Everything looks good. Double check your work. Always double check your work. Always. Alright, I got a leaf in my excessively long hippie hair. Alright, now we're gonna cut the filter open right here. I'm making a video, huh? One sec. Alright. Everybody can see that? Yep. Hang on a second, I'll be right back. That is the sound of a GTS PSE on full start. The 996 filters also come apart a little easier. Okay. Alright. So basically what we're looking for is, well, what we're not looking for is metal, plastic. So the metal, you know, obviously shiny. Plastic, you're looking for like any sort of black debris or anything else. Mainly metal. And everything looks perfecto. Alright guys, I'm going to clean up my mess, put it all back in it, do my front end pictures, do my drive, do my engine videos, and all the other fun stuff that comes with a Bring a Trailer listing. Thanks for watching.